Greetings from BSC Designer team. In this video, we'll discuss the inheritance of the values for the indicators in scorecards. Imagine a situation when you have data for an indicator for January, but there is no data for February yet. What value do you expect to see in your scorecard when you select February in the strategy execution software? No value, or probably the value inherited from January? I guess the answer depends on the indicator and its business context. Here, I have two indicators to illustrate the idea: monthly sales in dollars and customer satisfaction in percentage. Both indicators have data for January, but they don't have data for February. The indicators require different approaches to data inheritance. For the customer satisfaction, showing inherited values is fine. We don't have the data yet, but we assume that the value for February will be similar to the value in January. That's why the inheritance property for the indicator is set to use inherited values. For the monthly sales indicator, I prefer to see the real data without estimations. In this case, the inheritance property is set to use entered values only. Let's check how it works in practice. Here is the value for customer satisfaction in January. In the values editor, I see that there are no values for February. Now, I select February in the internal calendar and see that the software shows me the value inherited from January. Now, let's check the monthly sales indicator. It has data for January and no data for February. Its inheritance set to use entered values only. And when I select February in the calendar, the software doesn't show me any value. What if most of your indicators on your scorecard should use entered values only? Changing the indicator settings one by one will be time-consuming. Instead, you can update the default inheritance option. You can access it via Tools, Options, Default Value Inheritance. Now, unless you change the inheritance manually, an indicator will use the default inheritance selected in the scorecards option. In your scorecard, you can mix indicators with different inheritance types. Some indicators can inherit data from the previously known data, while others can show only existing data. Do you have some specific requirements for KPI setup? Feel free to discuss your needs with our customer support team.